Right now, you believe you are watching this exact second unfold in real time. You trust your eyes completely. You assume the picture in your head is perfectly synced with the world outside it. But the real answer is far stranger than that, because your brain has never once shown you the present moment, not a single time in your life. What if everything you have ever felt was already old news by the time you noticed it? Light hits your eyes. That sounds instant. It is not. The signal travels up your optic nerve, gets relayed through several stations, and only then becomes something you would call seeing. This trip takes somewhere between 50 and 200 milliseconds. By the time you consciously register an image, the moment that produced it is already gone. That gap sounds harmless. Here is where it gets uncomfortable. In the early 1980s, a neuroscientist named Benjamin Libet asked subjects to flick their wrist whenever they felt the urge, while measuring their brain activity. He found a buildup of signal called the readiness potential, roughly 300 to 500 milliseconds before the person consciously felt they had decided to move. The decision happened first. The feeling of choosing arrived later, like a memo about a meeting you weren't invited to, so your senses run late. Your sense of choosing runs late too. Is there anything in your head that happens in the present? Not really. A neuroscientist named David Eagleman found that your brain does something almost editorial, which he calls post-diction. It gathers a short window of incoming information, sometimes close to half a second's worth, and only then decides what occurred and in what order. One classic demonstration, the color phi illusion first studied by researchers Paul Kohlers and Michael von Grunau, flashes two different colored dots in two locations. Viewers do not see two flashes. They see one dot, smoothly traveling between them, changing color midway, even though nothing moved at all. Your brain invented the motion. It built a tidy story and handed it to you as memory of something you watched live. Your brain is not a camera. It is an editor, working slightly behind schedule, smoothing the raw footage of your senses before release. A researcher named Stanislas Dehaene found that information must cross a threshold of processing, what he calls the global workspace, before you become consciously aware of it. That crossing takes nearly 300 milliseconds. You are, in a very real sense, the last to know what your own brain is doing. Why would evolution build something so far behind? It is not broken, it is strategy. Picture an early human dodging a charging animal. Reacting to where the danger was a fifth of a second ago gets you killed. So your brain does not just process the past, it quietly forecasts the immediate future, then blends that guess with incoming signals to produce the confident now you feel. This is how a batter hits a ball moving faster than conscious reaction time allows. The brain is not reacting. It predicted early off the pitcher's motion. So, right now, is two illusions fused together. A delayed slice of the past, edited by your senses, stitched to a hopeful slice of the future, generated by prediction. The present is just the seam where they meet. You can spot that seam in ordinary life, a video call where someone's mouth lags their voice. A goalkeeper diving before the ball fully leaves the striker's foot. A missed swat at a mosquito because your hand arrived where the bug used to be. Can you trust any of it? Mostly, yes. This system kept your ancestors alive across millions of years of moving threats and moving chances. You don't need the raw, unedited truth of timing. You need something fast enough and consistent enough to act on, and your brain delivers exactly that, every waking second. Even your sense of now, while reading these words, is part of the same quiet machinery. The sentence you just finished was already gone before you finished it. The next one is still being predicted, half-built, before your eyes even reach it. You never catch the present in the act. You only ever catch the story your brain tells about it afterward, smoothed over and stamped with a timestamp that says now. So, here's the truth hiding under an ordinary day. You are never quite in the present. You live in an edited rerun of a moment that already happened, fused with a quiet guess about one that hasn't happened yet. And it only feels like now, because the seams are hidden so well. Right now, you do not believe you are watching this exact second unfold in real time, because there is no such thing as watching a moment unfold in real time. There never was.